Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Melissa Gilbert has a way of opening a door to the past that feels warm, familiar, and unexpectedly emotional, and her latest family throwback has done exactly that. When she shared a sweet, personal moment that included none other than Dick Van Dyke, fans didn't just smile, they swooned. It wasn't about flashy headlines or dramatic revelations. It was about legacy, love, and the kind of Hollywood magic that feels genuine rather than manufactured. For so many viewers, Melissa Gilbert will always be tied to comfort television. Her presence alone brings back memories of evenings spent watching stories that felt safe, heartfelt, and deeply human. So when she revisits her own personal memories and shares them publicly, it feels like an invitation rather than a performance. This particular throwback struck a chord because it blended her family history with one of the most beloved figures in entertainment history, creating a moment that felt almost too wholesome for today's fast-moving world. Dick Van Dyke represents an era of entertainment built on joy, kindness, and timeless humor. Seeing him connected to Melissa Gilbert's family story reminded fans that Hollywood, at its best, is not just about fame but about relationships that span generations. The image, the memory, and the emotion behind it carried a softness that instantly resonated, especially with viewers who grew up watching both of them in different chapters of their careers. What made this throwback so powerful wasn't just who appeared in it, but how it was shared. There was no sense of promotion or branding, just a heartfelt glimpse into a moment that clearly meant something to her. Fans noticed that sincerity immediately. In a space where celebrity posts can sometimes feel carefully calculated, this felt refreshingly real. It reminded people why they connected with Melissa Gilbert in the first place, because authenticity has always been part of her appeal. Hallmark audiences, in particular, embraced the moment with open arms. The network has built its reputation on stories that celebrate family, tradition, and emotional connection, and Melissa Gilbert embodies all of those values. Her personal story aligning so naturally with the spirit of Hallmark made the throwback feel almost like a scene from one of the network's most beloved films. It was nostalgic, comforting, and filled with quiet joy. Fans flooded the comments with reactions that ranged from heartfelt gratitude to pure admiration. Many spoke about how seeing these icons together reminded them of simpler times, when television felt like a shared family experience. Others expressed how rare it feels to witness genuine kindness and respect between legends of different generations. The overwhelming response wasn't just about admiration, it was about trust. People trust Melissa Gilbert to share moments that matter. There's something especially meaningful about the way she honors the past without being stuck in it. This throwback wasn't presented as a remember when moment filled with longing or regret. Instead, it felt celebratory. It acknowledged history while still living fully in the present. That balance is part of what makes her so relatable, even after decades in the public eye. Dick Van Dyke's presence added an extra layer of magic. For many fans, he symbolizes optimism and enduring charm. Seeing him connected to Melissa Gilbert's family story felt like watching two comforting worlds gently overlap. It reminded viewers that the people who brought joy to their screens were also building real friendships and meaningful connections behind the scenes. What truly stood out was how fans responded emotionally rather than sensationally. There was no rush to speculate or dramatize. Instead, people shared stories of their own families, their favorite memories of classic television, and the comfort these figures provided during difficult times in their lives. That kind of response doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a moment feels honest. Melissa Gilbert has often spoken about the importance of family, and this throwback quietly reinforced that value. It wasn't loud or attention-seeking. It simply existed, and that was enough. In doing so, it reminded fans that the most impactful stories are often the simplest ones. A shared memory, a familiar face, a feeling that lingers long after you scroll past. For Hallmark fans, this moment felt like validation. It confirmed that the warmth they see on screen isn't just acting, it's an extension of who these performers are. Melissa Gilbert's connection to family, tradition, and heartfelt storytelling aligns perfectly with why audiences return to Hallmark again and again. This throwback didn't need a script because it already told a story. The reaction also highlighted how deeply people care about preserving kindness in entertainment. In a world where controversy often dominates attention, moments like this stand out precisely because they are gentle. They don't demand outrage or debate. They simply invite appreciation. And that invitation was clearly accepted. As the post continued to circulate, fans kept returning to one word: sweet. Not dramatic. Not shocking. Just sweet. That simplicity is powerful. It shows that even in today's content-saturated landscape, authenticity still cuts through the noise. Melissa Gilbert didn't need to explain why the moment mattered. People felt it immediately. This throwback also served as a reminder of the enduring impact of legacy. Both Melissa Gilbert and Dick Van Dyke have shaped generations of viewers, not through scandal or spectacle, but through warmth and sincerity. Seeing that legacy reflected in a personal family moment felt like a quiet thank you to fans who have supported them for years. In many ways, the throwback worked because it trusted the audience. It didn't over-explain or oversell. It allowed viewers to bring their own memories and emotions into the moment. That shared experience is rare, and when it happens, it creates a bond that feels surprisingly intimate. Melissa Gilbert continues to prove that her connection with fans goes beyond nostalgia. She understands that people aren't just revisiting the past. They're looking for reassurance, comfort, and genuine human connection. By sharing something so personal and heartfelt, she offered exactly that. As fans continue to revisit the throwback, the feeling remains the same: warmth, gratitude, and a gentle reminder of why these stories still matter. In a single shared moment, Melissa Gilbert managed to bridge generations, honor friendships, and remind everyone that kindness never goes out of style. And perhaps that's why this simple family throwback, featuring a beloved legend like Dick Van Dyke, resonated so deeply. It wasn't about real living fame. It was about celebrating the relationships and values that made that fame meaningful in the first place. In doing so, Melissa Gilbert gave fans something rare and beautiful, a moment that felt like home. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.